Valentine's Day is this Monday, and that means flowers for many. Dan Miners is here to show us how to make an arrangement and the meaning behind the colors of flowers. And people may not realize that the flower color can say something.
Yeah, it's difficult, too, because every website you look at or every book, every single book kind of tells you something different. But there's a few guidelines you can follow.
Okay.
Such as your red. I mean, this is a beautiful red rose. And red usually means true love.
True love, okay.
Then you can jump into your friendship rose or jealousy.
I know you have to be careful about this one. If it's a friend, it means friendship. If you send it to somebody, it could mean jealousy to some.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are all from the Victorian period. It's pretty much when they came up with all these ideas.
Okay.
Your pink just means pretty much sweet, youthful.
Okay.
And then you have your love at first sight. Now this looks purple, but it's also considered a blue rose.
So blue, when you see that color, there's not a blue flower out there. That's kind of a purplish.
It's truly not a real perfect blue rose. If you see a blue rose, someone's dyed it.
And what does purple mean?
Purple means love at first sight.
Love at first sight, okay.
Matches your outfit perfectly, too.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, so then you said there's something about caring for your flowers that I'm assuming you tell me will extend its life at my house.
Definitely. I mean, you know, when you get something like this, it's going to be an oasis. You just want to make sure to pour the water out like every 2 days and just fill it back up.
Oh, fresh water then?
It's always the fresh water that counts. And what I do, whenever I do fresh water, I always put a little bit of bleach. Let's say I fill this vase up halfway.
Okay.
You don't want to go all the way because you just give more chance for bacteria to grow.
Oh.
So fill it up halfway, drop a few drops of bleach in there, and you can also use a little bit of 7-Up.
And the bleach?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 7-Up gives it sugar, or you can use Sprite. But, I mean, it just kind of helps feed the flowers.
And you know the good thing you just told me is to do, I always end up, when I'm putting new water in, I'll fill it all the way up, and then it gets a little wilted and kind of brown.
And what you don't want you want to make sure you rip off these bottom leaves.
Okay.
And let's say you get a box of flowers, because a lot of people are sending them through online services. When you get it into your home, make sure that they give you a vase usually also. Just cut all your stems. Make sure that you rip off the foliage. Anything that's below water will start creating bacteria for you, so you really have to be careful.
So remove the leaves so they aren't underwater.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And your roses are the biggest. I mean, you want to make sure you take your thorns off, but stripping them with knives and things like that are the worst thing you can do. Yeah, just pick it off, or if you really are daring, you can just take this and just rip them off like what we do. Okay. Because we go through so many roses.
So
and there's also special tools. But
and now I always wonder, because I always use my kitchen scissors to cut them. Do I need a special? Okay.
Well, I mean, these are a little bit sharper. They're meant not to pinch.
Pinch them. And they're not expensive, I'm assuming. So I can get
like
some.
$6.
Keep them in my junk drawer.
Yeah, well, they're sharp too, so on these. But you do want to cut it at an angle.
Okay.
And just 45-degree angles all you need to do, but roses take about 2 to 3 seconds to start sealing. So you want to get it into water immediately.
All right.
Yeah, there's no fooling around.
One of the things I thought was interesting is you always seem to have this artistic twist on your arrangements. The X's and O's are making a big hit this year.
I just think it's so cool. I mean, we just do the X's with equisetum or horsetail, which is part of the bamboo family.
Okay.
You do not want to plant this in your yard unless you have it contained.
Okay, like hugs and kisses.
Yeah, it's just hugs and kisses, and it has the regal lily, which kind of means regal and yet innocent. We threw some roses in here, and it's just kind of a mix if people don't want to send a regular dozen, which we do still. But it's kind of fun to do some different things. I love this kind of play on the Gerbera daisies. We've taken the stem of the Gerbera and still used it for some design purposes, so you get a little bit more design. We put some rocks down in there, a few roses.
Cute.
Just kind of border it with some great greenery.
Now see, Gerbera, because I've heard Gerbera, I've heard Gerber, and I've heard... So I'm going to say whatever you say. What do you say?
It's Gerbera daisy.
Gerbera, okay.
I mean, you can call it anything you want as long as everybody knows what it is.
And look at this. This is gorgeous. And you loop the leaves a lot, too. I've seen that on your arrangement.
Tie leaves, and I just love that. And then Gaelics in a certain color because they come in green or they come in the red, but I love that. With Hypericum, or it's St. John's wort, so if you get depressed, you can eat your floral arrangement. You know, never know.
Now the meaning of flower, or the meaning of some of the flowers, like you said the lilies were regal. Give me some ideas of other flowers that we might want to send.
I mean, orchids are refined beauty. I love sending orchid plants just because it lasts forever. And we have giant, beautiful orchids that are...
and they're pretty affordable, surprisingly. You can get a really good one.
Potted, and then they're already branches.
What about tulips?
Tulips pretty much are cheerful and faithful, and here you have some great tulips. Tulips are perfect in season right now.
Okay.
They're not that expensive, so but they only last you about 4 days, 5 days.
What if I wanted an arrangement to last the longest? What's the flower to get?
You know, I would say Gerbs, if you really do a great job, they last forever.
Gerber or David's daisies?
Yeah, they can last up to 2 weeks as long as they're in water.
See, there you go. 2 weeks, get your money's worth. All right, thank you.
My pleasure. Great to see you.